first thing I saw was a very large sea cucumber, about so big.
Welcome to the jungle, but not just any jungle. I'm talking about the Amazon rainforest where Mother Nature's been hiding her most secretive critters. Have you ever heard about a dolphin shifting colors from gray to vibrant pink? Or how about a turtle that's a spitting image of a fallen leaf? Perhaps you're curious about a tiny amphibian whose belly lets you peek into a natural biology class. Or maybe a creature that decides to be a leaf that can bite. Today we'll show you Amazon's most uncommon and rare animals. So buckle up, click subscribe, hit the like button, and let's get started. Here's the Amazon leaffish, which has perfected the art of camouflage to the max. This clever creature has a body shape and color that closely resembles a dead leaf, complete with vein-like markings. It uses this disguise to deceive both predators and prey. The Amazon leaffish is small, measuring around 2.5 to 3.5 inches in length. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in its remarkable ability to blend in with its surroundings. With its muted brown to rich green color palette, it seamlessly blends in with the floating foliage of its river home. This sneaky swimmer lurks near the water's surface, waiting for unsuspecting insects or smaller fish to come too close. When the moment is right, it swiftly opens its deceptively large mouth and snatches up its next meal. The Amazon leaffish is a master of masquerade, so when you're leaf peeping around this fish, be cautious and watch your fingers. Have you ever heard of the glass frog? If not, no worries, it's practically see-through. This little amphibian might look like your typical frog at first glance, but there's a twist. Its belly is transparent, allowing you to see its insides like a natural biology lesson. The glass frog's translucent trick isn't just for show. It's a clever camouflage strategy. When these frogs rest on leaves, their see-through bellies blend in with the leaf's color and texture, making them nearly impossible to spot from below. It's as if they're saying, "Can't touch this" to any predators looking for a snack. Living mostly up in the trees, these frogs come down only during the breeding season. Now, take a moment to look at this image. You might be wondering, what kind of creature is this? This creature was discovered during a marine underwater exploration, and researchers are still working to determine its origin and other details. If you think you know what it is, let us know in the comments. What is clearly not to be doubted is the following remains related to a giant ancient whale. The discovery was again made in the desert of Peru, somewhere in the south. The new species has been named Perus Colossus. If you believe the results of research, the ancient whale was shorter in the face of the modern blue whale by about 30 feet. But in terms of body mass, it was far superior. If the blue whale weighs about 150 to 200 tons, then Perus Colossus, according to scientists, weighs over 300 tons. During the expedition, people found 13 vertebrae, 4 ribs, and a fragment of the pelvic bone. Most interestingly, the bones were incredibly huge and heavy, so much that a vertebra of this whale was twice the size of a modern blue whale, 82 feet long. The vertebrae weighed about 220 pounds each. The ribs were 5 feet long and had no medullary canals. All of them were very dense. Hence, in fact, the assumption of scientists about the incredible weight of the animal. With the description of this prehistoric monster, the position of the blue whale as the largest creature in the world is clearly shaken. The next discovery was still made in the desert. This time, it does not refer to some mysterious remains of an incomprehensible creature. On the contrary, people met a living creature that surprised them. Tourists found full-fledged living fossils called shield shrimps. According to the authors of these shots, he and his friends found thousands of such strange creatures in the reservoir. All of them reminded them of aliens. Shield shrimps feed on soil particles, selecting relatively large of them, soft parts of plants, and small animals like tadpoles. In addition, they're nearly lifeless. Laboratory studies show that the lifespan of these shrimps in captivity coincides with that in the natural environment and is equal to 50 to 90 days. These unusual creatures can be found almost everywhere, with the only exception of Antarctica. They have a size of a little less than an inch to about 5 inches with strong shield armor and 70 pairs of legs. They're called living fossils because of their appearance, as it hasn't changed at all from what they were millions of years ago. If you now think that shield shrimps are the strangest creatures in the world, just take a look at the duckbill dinosaur. This extinct species was discovered in Chilean Patagonia and almost immediately shocked scientists. It weighed more than a ton, reached 13 feet in length, and lived in the southern part of South America. In life, they were slender-looking creatures that could walk on both 2 and 4 legs to make their way through squat vegetation and up mountains. These creatures are related to ducks by their long beak, with a flattened end and many sharp teeth. Thanks to them, the duck-billed dinosaur was able to grind up any plant material, including wood. Leave a like if the appearance of this creature surprised you. The Abyssinian ground hornbill. This bird lives just north of the equator, on the territory of Africa. Before you ask, it likes to rattle nerves. Who does it not because of harmfulness, but simply because it's very hungry? So much so that every day the Abyssinian ground hornbill can pass more than 75 miles in search of food. Yeah, that's right. These beauties are frankly too lazy to fly. And laziness has enslaved them so much that even in the case of danger, they would prefer to run quickly rather than to rise into the sky and fly to a free territory. Ground hornbills pounce on any prey they can defeat. Mostly, they're small creatures. By the way, I say that the bird is horned, but I never told you about what the point of the horn is. They say it can act as a resonance chamber that amplifies sound. In favor of this version is the fact that the screams of ground hornbills are sometimes so loud that locals take them for lions. And if we take into account the fact that they usually live in groups of several individuals, I'm even afraid to imagine what tirades are heard daily by people living nearby. On the one hand, the loud sounds of Abyssinian hornbills are great, but on the other hand, they attract the attention of predators. You can tell they're not very bright. Porsche Spider. Many say that the Porsche Spider is the smartest spider in the world because it feeds on other spiders and has its own unique tactics for each of them. Since our handsome spider's diet is its own brethren, it realizes that attacking them head-on is not a good idea. After all, they make webs too and are always wary. But what to do in this case? These spiders have come up with a few hunting tactics for each of their victims. Not a simple one, but an improved one. For example, there are spitting spiders. As befits the spitting insects, they spit. Except it's not saliva, it's venom. Logically, if you attack them from the front, you get a quick and deadly response. So what do? That's right, attack from behind. And then there are the orb weaver spiders that stay at home forever weaving webs. It's almost unrealistic to hunt prey that's constantly sitting in ambush. But our clever guy found a way out. It found out that orb weaver spiders have rather poor eyesight, and thanks to its appearance, the insect began to pretend to be a leaf. It lay down on the enemy's web and waited for the opponent to run through it. As long as the enemy's in range, the Porsche Spider immediately saws into it. But what surprised scientists most of all is that the Porsche Spider learns from their mistakes. They analyze their actions, and if the hunt is not successful, they invent a new way or improve the old one. Corodelidae. They're alternatively known as Dobson flies and fish flies. Its body length is usually less than 4 inches and have a wingspan of up to 8.5 inches. Yes, if such a monster flies by, it's unlikely to make anyone happy. The good news is that Dobson flies don't intend to fly. It does this a couple of times in its entire life. Most of the time, the giant insect hides under rocks and splashes around in the water. It's strange that this monster isn't on the prowl 24 hours a day. I think the mere sight of it would make enemies give up on the spot. First of all, it's got gigantic chewing teeth. Secondly, its body has a terrifying alien shape. Third, it has mosquito wings. Usually, the female purposely disguises her offspring as waste, giving them, to put it mildly, unsweet flavors. Well, who among predators would think of looking for food in something stinky, right? The pink river dolphin, or as I like to call it, the blushing ghost of the waters. Its color can range from a subtle gray to vibrant shades of pink, especially in the males, who get pinker as they age. This pink isn't just for style though. It's thought to be caused by capillaries near the skin surface, which help them regulate their body temperature. These dolphins can grow up to 8 feet long and weigh as much as 400 pounds. Their bodies are built a bit differently from their oceanic cousins. They have long, slender beaks perfect for nabbing fish out of hiding spots. The necks of pink river dolphins are unusually flexible, allowing them to maneuver gracefully around flooded forests. Their unique head features a large and bulbous melon, which gives them excellent sonar abilities. This means they can find fish even in the murkiest waters, like having a built-in fish detector. Have you ever wanted to meet a tiny insect with a big bite? Meet the bullet ant, known for its sting that feels like getting shot. Bullet ants measure about an inch in length, which might not sound impressive until you consider their formidable reputation. The locals call it the 24-hour ant because the pain from its sting can last for a full day, feeling akin to being shot, hence the name. The sting is a defense mechanism used when they feel threatened. The pain caused by the sting is actually due to a toxin, which is a neurotoxic peptide that is both a paralytic and a pain inducer. This intense pain is a clear message in the language of the wild: stay away. Visually, bullet ants have a fearsome appearance with their large mandibles and a black shiny exoskeleton that makes them look armored and ready for battles all the time. Never seen a turtle that decided to become a leaf? Meet the Mada Turtle, nature's own master of disguise. Its shell is rugged and knobby, perfectly mimicking the texture of a tree bark, and its head and neck are bordered with a warty outgrowth and skin flaps. The Mada Turtle is a gentle giant when it comes to diet. It's not chasing down fast food. Instead, it prefers the slow and steady method of sucking its unsuspecting fish with a sudden opening of its massive mouth. But don't let its stillness fool you. The Mada Turtle is an active hunter in its own right. It lies motionless, camouflaged among the leaves and detritus, waiting for an unsuspecting fish to wander too close. Then, in a fraction of a second, it strikes. Which creature impressed you the most in our episode today? Please comment below in the comment section to let us know. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your likes and comments encourage me to continue. See you very soon with a new episode.